Both Putin and Trump want Zelensky out of power, and it is likely that if free and fair elections are held in Ukraine, Zelensky would be shown the exit door by livid voters. But then the question comes, who next? Who will be Zelensky's successor? As per media reports and speculations, Ukraine might soon get a boss lady. A boss lady who is already in touch with Trump team. Her name is Yulia Tymoshenko. She is a former prime minister. She remained out of public eye for the last 2 years. Now she has made a surprising comeback. Tymoshenko kept a low profile during the early years of the conflict. She would visit hospitals and some international forums. In the initial days of the war, her support for Zelensky was loud and clear. But last month, she shocked observers. She blasted German intelligence chief Bruno Kahl for opposing a ceasefire. Tymoshenko accused him of attempting to weaken Russia at the expense of the very existence of Ukraine and the lives of hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians. Her social media presence has since taken a distinct turn. Tymoshenko now admires Trump and openly advocates for a swift peace deal. This puts her in direct contrast with Zelensky and his administration that still looks askance upon Trump's peace efforts. Behind the scenes, it turns out, Tymoshenko has been in covert communication with Trump's circle, aiming to pave the way for new elections in Ukraine. Politico reports that Tymoshenko has been working behind closed doors to gather support from members of parliament, hoping to position herself as the head of a future ruling coalition. These speculations have been confirmed by former CIA Director John Brennan. He said Tymoshenko is under consideration by the Trump team as a potential replacement for Zelensky. Of course, Washington is not about to push Zelensky aside overnight. Tymoshenko's role for now is to serve as a pressure point, a painful reminder to Zelensky that his options are not unlimited. On the surface, this seems like a strange move. Tymoshenko is considered a political relic, well past her prime. Her popularity is low and her public trust ratings are among the worst in the country. So why invest in her? Because politically speaking, she makes sense. For instance, take General Valery Zaluzhny, the former head of Ukraine's armed forces. Though still popular, he is a vocal critic of Trump, which lowers the chances of him becoming the president. A more plausible person for the job could be former parliamentary speaker Dmitry Razumkov, a moderate figure who could be palatable to all parties. Tymoshenko falls into a similar category but brings with her a distinct advantage: experience. She has spent decades in Ukraine politics, has deep connections, and once maintained close working ties with Putin. If Ukraine is to undergo a painful but necessary peace process, Tymoshenko's political skill set could prove invaluable. And it would not be difficult to bring her to power. As a sitting MP, she could be made parliamentary speaker. Should Zelensky step down, Tymoshenko would become acting president by default, granting her the legal mandate to steer Ukraine through transitional period, broker peace, and organize new elections. What happens after that? It scarcely matters. If Tymoshenko performs well, she can run and potentially win the presidency. If she fails or becomes politically toxic during peace negotiations, she can be discarded. Either way, it would be a manageable outcome for both Russia and the US. Tymoshenko, a seasoned survivor of Ukraine's cutthroat politics, may well be the figure who guides the country to a post-conflict reality. Not because she is beloved, but because she is useful.